What's going on, everybody? How you doing? We're getting into Genesis chapter 6. Then the people began to multiply on earth, and daughters were born to them, the sons of God, who saw beautiful women and took any they wanted as their wives. The Lord said, "My spirit will not put up with humans for such a long time. They are only mortal flesh. In the future, their normal lifespan will be no more than 120 years. In those days, and for some time after, giant Nephilites, I think it's how it's pronounced, giant Nephilites lived on the earth. For whenever the sons of God had intercourse with women, they gave birth to children who became the heroes and famous warriors of ancient times. The Lord observed the extent of human wickedness on that earth, and he saw that everything they thought or imagined was constantly and totally evil. So the Lord was sorry he ever made them and put them on the earth. It broke his heart. And the Lord said, I will wipe out this human race I have created from the face of the earth. Yes, and I will destroy every living thing, all the people, the large animals, the small animals that scurry along the ground, and even the birds of the sky. I'm sorry I ever made them. But Noah found favor with the Lord. This is the ancient account. This is the account, not ancient. This is the account of Noah and his family. Noah was a righteous man, the only blameless person living on earth at the time, and he walked in close fellowship with God. Noah was the father of three sons: Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Jepheth. Japheth is how I would pronounce it. Now God saw that the earth had become corrupt and was filled with violence. God observed all this corruption in the world, for everyone on earth was corrupt. Now, think about this. This is Genesis chapter 6. This is not, Second Kings. This is not, First or Second Timothy. This is Genesis chapter 6. We're not very far. So, God observed all the corruption in the world, for everyone on earth was corrupt. So God said to Noah, I have decided to destroy all living things, for they have filled the earth with violence. Yes, I will wipe them. I will wipe them all out along with the earth. That's an interesting sentence. Yes, I will wipe them all out along with the earth. I don't like the sentence structure. We'll work with it. Build a large boat from cypress wood. Some Bibles say gopher wood. Some might say some other type of wood, but realize that I don't know the actual biblical history of all of this. But basically, kind of from my understanding, wood that was around during that time that was very sturdy, that would do the job. Build a large boat from cypress wood and waterproof it with tar inside and out. Then construct decks, stalls, and stalls throughout the interior. Make the boat 450 feet long, 75 feet wide, I apologize, and 45 feet high. Leave an 18-inch, so foot and a half, 18-inch opening below the roof all the way around the boat. Put the door on the side and build 3 decks inside the boat, lower, middle, and upper. Look, I'm about to cover the whole earth with a flood that will destroy every living thing that breathes. Everything on earth will die, but I will confirm my covenant with you. So enter the boat, you and your wife and your sons and their wives. Bring a pair of every kind of animal, male and female, into the boat with you to keep them alive during the flood. Pairs of every kind of bird, of every kind of animal, and every kind of small animal that scurries along the ground will come with you to be kept alive. And be sure to take on board enough food for your family and for all the animals. That's a lot. So Noah did everything exactly as God had commanded him. And that is the end of Genesis chapter 6. Now, it says, bring 2 pairs of every animal, right? Male and female. I wouldn't go with the oldest animals. I would go with, little animals. Something, I believe they're going to be on the boat for half a year or something around there. So, maybe you don't need the 10, 15-year-old elephants. Maybe you just need a, 6-month or, 1-year elephant. I'm not sure how all that works. But all the snakes, all the spiders, all the crickets, mosquitoes, right? So I'm not a big fan of mosquitoes, but I know they serve as food to somebody else, spiders, and I'm not trying to get eaten by a spider. Again, I don't know how all of the the food chain works. But all of the animals on Earth, right? You don't need all the tall giraffes, just two, maybe not so old giraffes, and they'll repopulate later. Things like that, you know, maybe tortoises, they don't need to be 150 years old, right? So smaller animals, not always the biggest ones that you would think of. I think of an elephant and I look at the size of this room and I'm like, no way that something that big will fit in here. Well, true. Let alone, however many animals there are, millions. My guess, I have no idea. And so I look at the size of this room and I'm like, there's no way, you're going to fit two elephants in here, let alone one, barely. And so if you were to take a much smaller elephant, maybe it's going to be close to, mating age or be at mating age when everything is done. Okay. That's easier to do. Again, I don't know how big these things get, but I'm sure they're smaller. That's my guess. I have no idea. But anyway, Genesis chapter 6, just something to think about. That's all I got. Peace be with you. See you later.